Hello, this is Counterattack. Welcome back to my Crusader Kings III playthrough. This is part 2. Part 1 introduced the game. We're playing as Giudice Gublenu of Cagliari, so the southern half of Sardinia. This northern half is owned by our son. In part 1 we set up our council, trying to improve it. It's not so hot in some areas, so we're going to want to try to find some better council members. We put a call out to get some more knights into our army, and we did hire one, and two others arrived that are pretty good, but we have only 12 ducats up here, so we need to try to get some more money to get better knights into our army. We married off our sons, well, got them wives anyway. Our long-term goal, I think, before we pass away anyway, is to get control of all of Sardinia, and I'm thinking by creating the Duchy of Sardinia, which requires 200 gold in 3 counties. We got the counties, but we need 200 gold. We only have 12. So yeah, we need to figure out how to get to that. So it is, again, 1st of January, 868. Let's get going. So one thing we're doing right now is we have a personal scheme to improve our relations with Hippolytos, our bishop, and the higher his reputation, or the higher esteem he has for us, the more he will donate from his holding to us. His holding produces 0.58 tax, but let's see what he's currently giving us. He's giving us 0.0 out of a possible 0.2, so we could get an extra 0.2 per month. Right now we have 2, so we can get up to 2.2 simply by making them happier with us. And I think it'll max out at plus 50 reputation. So we're going to keep. That's one way we can get some more money. Just trying to think of how to get money so we can create our duchy. Another way to get money is we can ask the head of our religion. So let's click on Hippolytos and find his religion, which is ours, Orthodox, and that'll help us find the head of faith, this gentleman here, and we could ask him for gold, but we need 250 piety, you can see there, and he has to have 100 gold. Okay, so that's going to be a while before he would be willing to give us gold. Okay, so just trying to think of other ways to get gold. Well, you have to spend gold to make gold sometimes. Each of our counties, or I guess baronies. So this is a county, Cagliari, for example, and it consists of baronies. Each barony can have buildings built in it. Look in the lower left here. For example, Cagliari has pastures, which are bringing in 0.2 gold a month, but we could consider constructing another building. There's a bunch of choices. You can see they cost money, but some of them bring in extra money. So walls and towers bring in 0.2. Farms and fields, 0.5. That might be the best one. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, so most of these, they'll either improve the kinds of troops you raise or your taxes. You know, and they'd have some other benefits as well. So let's see. So another option would be to spend, what was it? 135 gold to get farms and fields. It might be quicker just to go for the 200 gold to get our duchy set up. So let's just go ahead and let the game run, and I will speed ahead and pause when something happens. So the first thing to happen, and it took 9 months of the game, of game time, we swayed Hippolytos plus 25 opinion of us. So just to show how that works in terms of him donating to us, well, we can see his taxes to us are now 0.1 of 0.2. So I think that makes sense since he gives, I believe, 100% of the taxes he's max allocated to us, 0.2. He'll give us 100% of that when our reputation with him is 50. His opinion of us is 50, and we're a little more than halfway there. So I think we're going to keep going until we can get his reputation to 50. So far, though, because this realm is fairly small, not a lot of events yet, and I'm going to keep it simple for a few years here. Okay, we got another event right after that. We can see there was a useless census. The Judicado of Arborea, which is basically our county Arborea here, for 5 years is going to have minus 30% garrison size and minus 20% holding. So this is an event triggered by us having a poor steward, basically, in our council. Let's bring that guy up here. So yeah, so this guy, he's average 11, right? And so because he's average, he was inefficient. And so the higher your skill levels, the fewer these bad events happen and the more good events happen. So that's why we want to try to find more people. But let's go ahead and let things continue running. That's unfortunate, and I'm just going to sweep this off the screen. Okay, we have another event, not necessarily driven by our council, just a general random event. So let's cruise through this. So social manipulation. The first time it happened, I barely even gave it a moment's thought, but my marshal, Izakor, has grown bolder. His challenges no longer pass unnoticed at the council table. He's testing my limits. The others are sure to follow, unless I give him a taste of his own medicine. Okay, so we're going to have some options here. This is sort of role-play-ish, but let me bring up my guy and remind myself what he's like. He is wrathful, brave, just, okay, and also diplomatic negotiator, okay? So let's just think about that, but so let's also look at Izakor. He's our marshal, and he's, in other words, he's in charge of like the military matters. Lazy, callous, stubborn, not very good, but he's skilled, right? So let's see, how are we going to make him, how are we going to deal with him becoming bolder? So we can mock his bothersome nature, and so now we can see over on the left some possible outcomes. So no matter what, we will get 50 diplomatic lifestyle experience, so that might let us advance on our like lifestyle tech tree. And then we can see there's some possible outcomes as well, and often these possible outcomes will have a percentage chance, but it looks like these don't. So we can see like there's a couple bad outcomes, including one that would let us would lose us some prestige, which would be bad. So that's a bad one. Okay, and so we can be respectful, or he would either respect us or think we're cruel in those cases. So let's see. So mocking him, his bothersome nature will shut him up. This one's a subtle threat of violence would put an end to this. And I suspect, I'm not 100% sure, but I suspect these possible outcomes might be based on our personality. So this one looks equally as bad. And this one, how dare you challenge your judique, I guess your liege. This one seems like the least likely to have a bad possibility. He's going to lose 5 opinion of us, and I gain 10 dread. So we're going to do that. We're going to make him scared. Okay, a couple things happened at once. Let's start with this down here. This is just a random event. There were some friendly exchanges. Goublenu de Lacan, which is my grandson. Oh, and look, he's comely, so he probably got that from his mother. Gained 20 opinion of me. This happened despite my spouse's poor diplomacy skill. Okay, well, that's cool. But now, hey, let's go to this event. Ecstatic peasantry. The peasants in the Judicado of Cagliari are in a good mood. Yeah, let's see where that is. So this is right here. This region here, which is our capital region. So they're in a good mood. The harvest is bountiful, the roads are safe, and the village elders are telling nonsensical stories of cows producing honey-laden milk and geese laying golden eggs. The peasants are praising me for their fortune and have sent a delegation carrying gifts. Okay, so they're bringing me gifts. And just to remind myself, like, I'm not like a greedy person here, I'm just. So I can graciously accept the gifts. I do need money. It's $15. 15 ducats. Intriguing. Send soldiers to collect more gifts. Wow. So I can just be a jerk, get 75 gold. That's a lot. 20 dread, which is how much people fear me. But I'll take 80 stress because I'm just. Now, stress over time can really harm you in increments of 100, I believe. So that's a lot of stress. And then my control of the Judicadu will change by -50. So that doesn't sound so good, except for I really want that money. And then we could just say, no, they're surplus. Let them keep their surplus, right? So let's see what that would happen, though. The area of Cagliari gains county reinvestment for 10 years. Let's see what this says. So its development will grow by 10% and popular opinion plus 10. Now I'm tempted to take the money, but I'm going to go slow, and I'd rather have 10 years of better development and opinion. So we'll go ahead and do that. All right, another event. My daughter-in-law, Antusa, has given birth to a son, and we'll just give him a good Orthodox name, David. May you grow strong and wise. All right, two things happened about the same time in July of 869. We swayed Hippolytos by 25 opinion. He's now at 60. That's excellent. Yeah. And let's go see what he's giving us. He's now maxed out for us. He's giving us 95 levies and plus 2 taxes, plus 0.2 taxes. For some reason, it's not showing up here. Church holdings 0.2. So I think my domain income is down because of one of those events that happened in Arborea, right? So it's down a little bit, but yeah, so that's good. So we can stop trying to sway Hippolytos. Now, my marshal lost 0.5 opinion of us, so I probably want to get him up. You also want your spy master to like you so they don't plot against you. But let's clear this here. And before we go do anything, at the same time, we're able to get a lifestyle perk. Okay, so let's do this. So again, the lifestyle is your tech tree, essentially, for your person. And at the beginning of the game, we had already established this one. And I think already did this one, right? So we gained enough lifestyle experience, which just happens through your actions and over time, to hit a level to get a perk. So we can either get Inspiring Rule, Firm Hand, Befriend, or Groomed to Rule. Okay, so let's take a look at these since this is the first time. Inspiring Rule, our monthly prestige per powerful vassal on our council, plus 5%. So some of our vassals, which happen to be our sons, are going to be considered powerful. You always have a certain number of powerful vassals, and they want to be on your council. So if for each one of those on the council, we get plus 5% prestige. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, Firm Hand, monthly prestige per point of dread, plus 1. That's interesting because we do have some dread. That might be a good one. Okay, so these will give prestige. Let's see what family hierarch. There's a new kind of scheme. So right now we're like doing a scheme to influence people to improve their opinion. We can also befriend people. So that might be something interesting. That might be a useful tool. And then Groomed to Rule, children receive 1 to 3 extra skill points. Ooh, that's like a long-term perk. I'm not sure if that's retroactive. I'm inclined to go with this one because if I have more children or if it's retroactive, we'll get skill points. So let's just test this out. Let me go look at one of my children. Let's look at like a young one. Okay, so this guy, he's like 111101, and his only trait is that he's a twin. Okay, so let's go back here. We're going to pick Groom to Rule, unlock. Okay, and it's got some little notices coming in. Here we go. So, even like adults, he just got an extra diplomacy, Constanzu, and this guy got plus 2 martial. This guy got plus 1 diplomacy. Cool. So it looks like only adults get skill points, which I think probably makes sense since these children are so young. Yeah. So they didn't change, but okay. So that's good. So long term, that's going to benefit the family. Let me just take a quick look here. So yeah, this is all the same from earlier. Okay. I also want to look at, let's look in our court and see, just remind ourselves, like, over time, all of these characters will improve their traits if they're using them, right? So we could just look around and we have 52 gold. Is there anyone we want to hire? Like this guy, it was a knight that came to us. It costs 100 to recruit, and we're saving for something else, so maybe we won't hire. But I'm just looking at like the skills here. So like, I think we already have a great diplomat, but is there anyone? Oh, my spy master's good at martial, but no. Ooh, how did I miss this? Judessa has 15 intrigue. She's my wife. I don't think your wife can be a spy master. Let's just see if she's an option. No, unfortunately not. But yeah, we haven't really gotten a lot of more people into our court, right? So maybe we should try to get some more people into our court that would be better at these jobs. Getting more people married could help. So maybe we'll look at some of our unmarried courtiers. So this knight, for example, he is unmarried. So we can find a spouse for him. Try to get someone else into our court. So maybe a spouse that is a good spy master. Like, look at this lady. She's from Andalusia, which is in Spain. What else we got? She's not the same kind of Christian as we are, but that might be okay. So imagine making her a spy master. Or this lady here. She's Orthodox, 17. What is this? Lustful. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Brave. And this one was callous, cynical. Well, that probably makes her a great spy master. Like, we could try to bring this lady, Dana, into the court by marrying her off. Okay, and their children will not be part of our family, which is fine. Let's hook them up. We'll let a little time pass. Okay, so they got married. We look at our knight, though. It didn't improve his opinion of us, but we'll see. And now let's see if Dana is in our court. I'm hoping so. Yep, here she is. And we can now go over to our council and replace Georgia. Okay, and we'll go ahead and do this. So Dana's opinion of us is 22. Should go up when we hire her, but George's opinion is going to drop by 20. Yeah, what did I say? 32, 22? I think it went up 10, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, here we go. Now we got an excellent spy master. Okay, so maybe we will want to look at some similar things. Now the problem is we need men for these two positions. So we don't have a lot of ladies in our court that are unmarried, I believe. Let's see. So our spy master we know is married. My wife's married. Let's see, I want to... Okay, Georgia, who we just fired, is not married. Let's find her a spouse. Okay, we got some men here. And maybe we want to find someone better at collecting taxes. This gentleman, he's Greek, he's unlanded, he's diligent, he's afraid, so he's going to be afraid of us since we have dread. His opinion's kind of low because of our faiths. But he's an excellent administrator. Let's marry him to her. Okay, and let time pass. Okay, they're married. And now let's go find him. His name was Athanasios. Let's go fire Simon de Taros. Simone. Okay, here he is. Let's assign him. Fire Simeone, who is a knight, so he still has a job with us. Okay, so this is looking much better, isn't it? So I probably should have done this in the first introduction, but got to spread it out. Okay, so yeah, now we have a pretty good court here. Now, maybe that means we'll have Judessa support the martial skill for the moment now. So we'll switch over to chivalry. Okay, but now let's try to find another man to marry into our court. That would be a good alternate marshal. Okay, now I'm probably going to create some problems because these are not my vassals, but we'll see. We'll see. So, yeah, do we have any other unmarried women in our court that we can set up? Yeah, Georgia, we just married off. Yeah, yeah. And this is on Helena. She's just a courtier. She's deceitful. Makes me a little nervous. But let's find a spouse for her. Oh, and let's see. She might leave your court. She will stay if given a reason, such as employment as a knight or counselor. Let's see if there's a better lady available. Antusia, yeah, she just got married. Yeah, yeah. Well, I think she's the one. Okay, we'll just take the risk with her. I mean, yeah. So, what do we have here? We're looking for someone with great martial skill. Look at this gentleman, Vlach. He's of the same religion. He's temperate, zealous, ambitious. Ambitious could be a little dangerous, but 19 martial is great. Let's see this 18 level guy. Fickle. Changes his mind a lot. Compassionate, greedy. Let's just go with this guy. Okay, marry him in. Okay, he has joined our court. We'll go fire Izukor. Did I miss something? Did I bring the wrong guy in? Let's see, where was she? I feel like I just lost something. You know what I think happened was I think the person was landed, and so that courtier left. So, I'm not an expert at this game, but I believe I ended up marrying her into another family, which is fine. But I do need to attract more ladies to the realm so that I can find a better man or get more knights, right? So if I have enough money to hire a knight, I can replace the marshal. I'm not planning on going to war yet, so it's probably okay for the marshal to be like this. So anyway, I just wanted to show that is one. There's many ways to manipulate the game, but one was go to the people in your court that are unmarried and set them up with spouses that'll bring those spouses into the court. Of course, I made a mistake and one went off to somewhere else. Now let's take a look at our situation here, though. This gentleman who we just brought into the court, he's terrified of us. And part of the reason is he's craven, so he doesn't like being afraid. Okay? He will never oppose you directly, but at some point we should probably get his opinion up of us, right? Everyone else looks pretty good, but check out this. So this, each person has jobs, right? And for example, the marshal is currently organizing the army, which you can see gives us some bonuses. But this is a new job, and it's because we lost some control somewhere, I think. Yeah, remember there was an event? I forgot about this. There was an event that reduced control in Arborea for 5 years. So let's get him working on improving control. And so he's going to do that for a while. There's a little icon over here showing it's being worked on. And if we want to see what county control means, I mean, you can see that, basically measuring the how much we control the county, right? But it says it's especially crucial for collecting taxes. So that's why we want to keep control up, because we want money. Okay, let's continue. All right, almost instantaneously, by working on increasing control, we we're able to remove that inefficient census event from Arborea. And so that task was finished of increasing control. But we can see the icon is still here because the county lost some control points. So I guess the first part of the task was remove the event. The second part now is we're going to let him work on getting that control back to 75. Or from 75 to 100. And interestingly, even though the marshal has poor martial skill, he gained plus 50 opinion from how good he is as increasing control in Arborea. So you can see taking actions will trigger other events. Now I think this one is pretty clear here. So if you hover over this job, at the very bottom here you can see there are possible side effects. So these are like events that can happen. So the increased county opinion one just happened, right? And other ones can happen too. The red ones are negative, the green ones are positive. So the stronger his skill, the more beneficial events will happen. For example, we look at this guy's a 20 skill. There's only one possible side effect, but it's green, right? Okay, well, I was just reminded I forgot to stop trying to sway Hippolytos. It doesn't hurt to make him even happier with us. Give us a little buffer, but it's not helping us in terms of increasing our income. So let's go ahead and put our attentions on someone else. One person I think would be good to put our attentions on is Patriarch. So this gentleman has 100 gold, and his opinion's 25. Let's see if that was enough to ask for gold. I need piety. Need some piety. So what are some things that can get me piety? Okay, outside of events, I'm not sure how else to get piety. We might find out more, other than just behaving correctly. So if we look at the Orthodox faith, there are rules, right? And each religion has different rules, right? So, for example, if you're not monogamous, which I don't think the game will even let us marry more than one woman with this religion, you would not be pious, right? So, so here we go. Here's some sins. Like if you're lustful, that's going to reduce your piety, right? If you're chaste, the opposite, it's going to increase your monthly piety. So you want to behave in a pious manner, according to your religion, to gain piety. Now, there's probably some other ways to get piety, so let's look. If we control some Orthodox holy sites, we can gain some piety. But we don't. All of them look to be, the closest one's Rome. There's no way we're going to get that. Yeah, all these are powerful locations. So those won't be useful. So how else can we get piety? Well, we can go on a pilgrimage. That theoretically will give us some piety. The further you travel, the more piety you will gain. It's going to be expensive, minimum cost 50. So is it worth spending 50 or more to go on a pilgrimage to get piety enough to ask our patriarch for gold? That would be 100. Something like that. I'm not so sure it'll even give us enough piety to do this, but as a game mechanic, let's explore this, okay? So again, we're trying to get gold. And one way to get gold is to ask our patriarch for gold. But our patriarch has to have the gold, which he does, and we have to have enough piety to for him to feel that we're worthy. So we're just going to do this, try to increase piety. So you can only go on a pilgrimage every 15 years, so we'll go ahead and prepare for the journey. And then we have to pick where we're going to go. Okay, so we can go to Jerusalem. And, that's 125 gold. Ooh. The Church of Constantinople, 125. The Vatican, 50, which we have 50 of. So the only option for us is to go to the Vatican, which is not very far, which probably means we're not going to get a lot of piety. But we're going to go on it anyway. What's a short pilgrimage? It's not going to tell us what a short pilgrimage is. Yeah, so let's just do it, though. It'll be fun. and we'll let time pass. Pilgrimage departure. As I prepare for my journey, I know that I will travel safely under the protection of God. Though I will not be gone for long, I pray for the well-being of the realm in my absence. As do I. It's time to depart. A rude story. Passing by the campfire, one of my fellow travelers is telling a story she once heard about some Judique to raucous laughter. They all fall silent when I approach, except for the storyteller. Ah, don't worry, my lord. You're nothing like the boar in this story. It's about the Judique of some faraway place called Cagliari. Ooh, so they're telling jokes about me. So we have three options here, okay? One is we lose 20 stress, which we have 0 of. Really now? Tell me more of this, Judique. So you're just, just chilling out. We can spend 50 piety to, looks like, whip this person and gain dread. Or we can find some other people to travel with. It's someone that's not going to be like this. And let's see what happens. We can get varied pilgrimage companions for 5 years. So that opinion of other cultures of us will increase by 10, and different culture opinion plus 10. Okay, so I like that. That's good. All right, the arrival. I'm finally here, so in the Vatican, body and soul of the great church of Vaticano. As the bishop offers me blessings, I reflect on everything that had to happen for God to bring me here at this moment in time. Okay, so I think this is the end of the pilgrimage, and look, we gained 250 piety. Wow, that's exactly how much we need, but we already have 144 to be able to ask for gold. And because your faith has the ecclesiarchy tenet, which is they get additional faith when going on a pilgrimage, we gain the seats of bishops for 10 years. The character has been on a pilgrimage while following the ecclesiastic tenet, clergy opinion plus 10. So clergy in general like me more because of that. Okay, so great. So that actually worked out well. And here we're returning home. My journey has been a long one, but I've finally come home again. While much remains the same, something has changed in how the priests and bishops treat me. I have undergone the journey of a holy man, and they insist it has changed something about me, whether I can see it in myself or not. It's good to be home. No bonuses for return. So now that we're home, let's go ahead and find our patriarch. Here he is. Let's ask him for gold. He will not accept. Ah, yes. Because he has to have a positive opinion of us, it looks like. Base reluctance is minus 40. So I guess we're going to go ahead and try to sway him, since we're not swaying anyone else right now. Well, we're currently continuing to sway our bishop. So let's see if increasing his opinion of us will increase his chances of being willing to give us money. Okay, so ask for gold. Let's see. So it's minus 25 right now, and it will only accept if it's positive. So we can see if a round of swaying him will get us there. Just of note, our twins came of age up to a certain point, and maybe they haven't come of age, but they have received traits in their diplomacy. Now, this reminds me, I have some children that are probably old enough to receive some teachings. Okay, so let's go over here. But yeah, so these young children, how old are they? Like this guy's 3, so they're twins, so they're 3, and yeah, so he's gained curious as a child, so that's good. This one's gained rowdy. Okay, cool. But let's see, it's probably time. Wow, we could find them spouses, but we'll wait for them to get a little older. Let's educate the child. So I could educate the child, or I can find a different person to educate the child. But I want to maybe pass on some of my traits to him, like just. So we're gonna take him on as our student. Okay, and then this child here, let's find someone to educate him as well. Now, one thing about this is we can gain some influence with other folks, or some opinion anyway, by having them educate our child. You know, it's a prestigious thing. But I almost want someone with good martial skill to educate this one. Georgia is gluttonous, so maybe he'd pick up on some of her gluttonous traits, so maybe she's not the best person to educate him. But yeah, let's see who else we have here. Yeah, George is the best martial, so maybe we won't do martial. How about, yeah, this guy? He's craven. If I want my son to be an administrator, though, maybe this would be good. Yeah, let's just try this. We'll ask. And his opinion of us is only 9, so I'll increase opinion as well, most likely. Yeah, gain 15 opinion of us. Okay, so we got 2 children being educated. The adult children, of course, do not need to be educated. Okay, it's 18th of July, 871, and Izakor, our marshal, even despite him being poor quality, has finished increasing control in Arborea. Okay, and we can see the control is at 100%. And I should have shown us the negatives of not having full control, but right now having full control, monthly increase. Oh wait, no. Yeah. Anyway, I guess it would show here the taxes, right? So. And look, our stewardship tax collection is plus 2%. I can only imagine what it would be if we had a better. Oh no, we do have a good steward. So never mind. I forgot we replaced him. So yeah, we're good. So yeah, our steward being good has increased our taxes by 2% there. Sorry for babbling here. So yeah, we got 53 gold. We have enough piety, but we need to finish this sway to see if that'll help us with the ecumenical patriarch. Crusader. Okay, we have a couple things happening. Gublenu Torcitoriu. I'm just pretending I know how to pronounce these names. You just go with it. My son, he gained more opinion on me despite my spouse's poor diplomacy skill. Okay, yeah, she's my spouse. I can't be too upset with her. And now the ecumenical patriarch likes us a little more. Let's go see if that affected his opinion in terms of asking for gold. It did. Because it used to be minus 25. So it looks like opinion is subtracted from the negative. Okay. But since it went up by 25, the minus 25 zeroed out, but it has to be positive. So I just need one more sway action with him. Now I could probably do some other things here too, but it doesn't look like there's anything I can do here. So we're going to keep that sway scheme of ours going. By the way, you can always go to Intrigue to see all your schemes going on, and we only have one, but sometimes there's others. All right, so it's going on here. Right, and there's a 20% chance, but it'll increase over time. So, okay, we have a couple things happening here. We unlocked a perk, a lifestyle perk, so we'll check that out in a moment. We might even want to do it before we interact with this event, but let's check this out. A flaw of character. Who is this? This is my son and Chancellor. Okay. So anyway, once I have departed this world, my son and heir, Felictu, shall rule in my stead. Yep. Unfortunately, rumors of Felictu's embarrassing lethargy have been spreading around my court. It makes me wonder if he can handle the responsibilities of Cagliari and its people once I'm gone. Ooh, that's not good, because he's slated to inherit these 3 claims. And I believe he is also first in line for my son's realms as well. Let's go see here. Maybe he had a child, though. Let's see. Who's slated to get this? Claimants. Oh, me. I don't know. Anyway, let's think about this. So, so his lethargy his news of his lethargy is spreading, and yes, he is lazy. But he's also honest, but he's fickle. Okay, so what can we do about this? Attempt to rectify Felictu's flaws. He might overcome his flaws. Ooh, that's good. I don't see any negatives to this. Talk of his good qualities instead. He gets some opinion of me. Focus on myself and lead by example. I gain well-mannered. Now, I want to attempt to rectify his flaws. I don't know if there's pluses or minuses there. Let's see what this is here. Oh yeah, that's my heir and my son. All right. Felice has agreed to let me mentor him, even though his enthusiasm is somewhat lacking. Well, he's lazy. I fear his vices are deeply set, but a truly eye-opening experience might make him realize the folly of his ways. What should we do? We have 4 options here. Venture into the streets and talk to the poor. A lesson appropriate for someone who needs to work on their compassion. Nah, he doesn't have to work on compassion, he's lazy. Own up to a misdeed and make it right again. A lesson appropriate for someone who needs to work on their honor. These don't seem really, these seem like no-brainers to skip. Give away possessions to those in need, and I'll help with generosity. He will hold court in my stead. Well, that one seems to be the one that's least lazy. Okay, here we go. It was frustrating to observe Felice struggling to rule in my stead. I doubt he was even trying. Yeah, because he's lazy. I'm almost certain the fault was from Felice's level of enthusiasm rather than my lesson. I will give him one more chance. The question is, should I try a new tactic, or will persistence win out this day? Same options here. I feel like these have nothing to do with his laziness. Let's just let him go again. Felice and his embarrassing lethargy are driving me mad. Despite my best efforts, he has made no progress. If his heart is not set on change, it will never happen. Oh, that's sad. Well, he's stuck being lazy, and people are talking about him. So, we also got a perk, right? So let's check this out. Okay, the new one available to us is Heart of the Family. Close family opinion plus 15. Thicker than water. So maybe we'll hop back over to August. And let's see, firm hand, monthly prestige per dread. And let me remind myself what my dread was. It's currently 20. So that would be plus 20 prestige percent per turn. And this was based on powerful vassals, which most of my council members are not vassals. So we're going to do firm hand here. Okay, and let's go check out what that means here. So firm hand, we can see plus 20%, which, you know, considering how much prestige, I hope I said prestige instead of piety, but how much prestige we get, it doesn't affect it a whole lot, but plus 20%, it's pretty good. All right. Okay, we have swayed the ecumenical patriarch Crasimir by, oh, he's Bulgarian, interesting, by 25 opinion. This is a long way to ask for some money. We can now ask for money. We went on a pilgrimage. We spent time swaying his opinion of us. We're going to ask for a large sum of gold. We currently have 82 gold. Let's see what he says. He's going to lose 20 opinion of us, which I think is okay. But he'll give us gold. He'll give us gold, looks like. We have to spend 250 piety. That's okay. We got a decent amount now. Just want to point out this. You can use a hook. So through interactions with people, you're going to gain hooks on them sometimes. Essentially, it's like some kind of often undue influence over them. So it's not always undue, but essentially calling in a favor or extorting them or, you know, blackmailing them. So like if I had some dirt on this guy, I can use a hook, say, hey, I'll give you the evidence that you're doing wrong in exchange for the 100, right? So, but I don't have a hook on him, so it doesn't matter. But just in case you're wondering what this is when you see some of these interactions. But yeah, he will accept plus 25 chance. So here we go. It just came in. We got our 100. I've considered your plight and decided to grant your request. May these funds help you spread the true faith in your lands. I will use it wisely. Okay, so I think we can stop working on him for now, because we don't want to abuse him. He does almost have another 100 gold, but we don't have 250 piety, and we can't go on another pilgrimage, right? But we're very close to our goal of 200 to get the what's it called? The Duchy of Sardinia title created. Okay, we just need 200. And we've been lucky, no one's wanted to fight us yet or anything. So let me switch our scheme. So I think we want to go work on a council member. Let's just work on the low. Even though we're going to replace this guy at some point. He's still a knight. Let's just sway him. Just try to get another 25 opinion on him. Okay, we'll sway him, and then we are increasing our piety. Our bishop's working on increasing piety, but we could have him forge a claim somewhere. So one thing, long term, I would like to get a hold of Corsica. I want to get a hold of northern Sardinia and Corsica. Okay, but Corsica, unfortunately, right now, this is like long-term strategic here, is controlled by Italy. Italy's a kingdom. They can probably squash us instantly. Let's take a look at Italy. They have a sizable army. They have allies. So not going to worry about that so much. Over here with Majorca. Let's take a look at Majorca. I kind of like having the islands. So this is Count Johanna of Majorca. He's Catalan. This guy might be good. What are his lands? His lands are, each island of the Balearic Islands is his. I think we're going to put a claim on these islands. So let's get our priest, our bishop, I should say, to fabricate a claim. We don't actually have a legitimate claim on anything in Majorca. But let's just fabricate a claim here. That's going to cost us some money, though. In fact, maybe it's premature to do that, actually, because he might fabricate the claim and then ask for money, and we won't be able to do it. So let's go back to religious relations. But that's an option. Okay, so long term, I want to get Corsica. That's going to be tough because of Italy. Also, I want to get the Balearic Islands. Al-Andalus is destroying Spain over there, man, taking it over. And then I'd like to get Sicily too. And Malta. It'd be kind of cool to get all these islands here. Maybe some of these little principalities over here. Let me go see. Let me go see some of these guys. Napoli. They're Orthodox, which is cool. They have no allies. That would be a good one. Okay, so let's try to fabricate. Oh, again, I'm being dumb. We're not going to have enough money to do it. So, okay, let's just roll and try to wrap this session up with a duchy. Whoa. This changes everything. Our steward, because he's excellent, had additional taxes. Let me go see if that's listed. Steward, excellent. Extra taxes is a potential side effect. Wow. What was this one? His other job he could do is increase development. That's improving the infrastructure of an area. That might be worth doing at some point too. Once our economic situation's a little better. So this is great though, because you know what we can do now. Long-term goal 1 accomplished. Let's go here. We have an unpressed claim on Duchy of Sardinia, which is not a title that exists. But look, we meet all options here. And we can create the title, and that's going to give us 300 prestige as well. We are now a mighty Archon. Okay, so let's go see what the impact of that is. I don't know if you noticed, but I got a little crown on my head. I don't think that was there earlier, but I could be wrong. Maybe it's a better crown. But now, our unpressed claims here, we can see, when I hover over the shield, the coat of arms, we can see it highlighted on the map. Those are still, we have claims on northern Sardinia, but they're not, they're tenuous claims, right? And northern Sardinia is owned by my son here, right? And he has no children, so I think it's safe to say it'll go. Those places will go to my heir. In fact, I know they will. Here, let's go here. His heir is my heir. Okay, so that's good. But look, now we have a permanent title, the Archonate of Sardinia, which is a duchy. It's Archonate must be the Sardinian version of duchy. Okay, so that's why we're an Archon. We're not called a duke. We're called an Archon in Sardinia. But now, so that's good. So that's good. So if we go over to our realm, and let's see here. We go to succession. We will now, forever in our family, have the Archonate of Sardinia as our rightful title, and the Judicado of Cagliari. We're still going to lose two realms, though, to our brothers when we die. Which are, how come I can't? Oh, here we go. Yes, Tortoli and Arborea. There's nothing we can do about that outside of killing our sons, which we're not allowed to do. Okay, that was a good mission accomplished. We still have 83 gold. I do want to start expanding, but I think I think we are going to do this now. Now that we have a little bit of gold, we're going to have our priest, our bishop, fabricate a claim in Napoli. Okay, that'll take some time. And we got a little situation here. We have a few knights. Yep. I can vassalize. I can vassalize Giudice Roscu. That's my son. Okay. Let's check this out. This is one of the benefits besides the hereditary aspect. So, by creating this new title and it being legit in terms of the way the world sees it, they agree. That's my right to have the title of the Archon of Sardinia. Okay, and so since I control it all, or since I have the title to it all, and there's someone that controls part of it, I can attempt to vassalize them. And it turns out it's my son, Giudice Roscu, so I can make him my vassal. Right now he's an independent nation. However that happened, it was set up at the start of the game. So there's a few options here. There's feudal obligations, so I can give him low, normal, or high obligations. Let's go low. He will accept plus 47. Normal, he will accept plus 17. High, he will not accept. Religious exemption, I think that's only for people not my religion. But before we do this, let's go look at feudal obligations. I'm thinking go here, vassals. I have no vassals, so I can't really show them, can I? Okay, so we're gonna set up a contract with him to be my vassal. So that's right, I don't have any vassals because I actually control all the counties in the south. I haven't given them to any of my children, but my children will inherit them. So we're making a vassal contract. It's a contract between the lord and liege. Okay, and he will be obliged to give me a certain amount of taxes and levies. So low taxes is 2.5% and 10% levies. Normal is 10%, so 4 times. And looks like 2 times, 2.5, or roughly a little more than 2 times the levies. Okay, and then he will now accept high field obligations. So we're going to do normal for vassalage. Let's just let that go. Okay, he accepted his gracious offer, my liege. Okay, so let's check him out. I want to see his feudal contract. So let's go over to the realm, vassals. Here he is. And here's his contract. Okay, so we can see we picked normal, right? And so he has normal taxes and normal levies. You can actually modify these, both of these separately. You can also give him different rights. For example, we can say he's allowed to declare war, and his opinion of us would increase. So these are things we can do if we're having problems with him. We can like modify this contract a bit to make him happier with us. Alternately, we can modify it to squeeze more out of him. He's our son. We're going to be cool. So yeah, so he's going to be giving us decent amount of taxes. Well, let's see what we can see. He's giving us 120 levies of his 481, and he's giving us 1.6 tax. Or oh no, his taxable income is 1.6, and it looks like he's giving us 0.1. Is that right? Because this says vassal taxes 0.1. Yeah. Okay, so not a whole lot, but he's a powerful vassal. Okay. Ooh, look at that. It's martial. Oh, this I should have looked at this earlier. His martial skill is 20, and he's now a vassal. And powerful vassals demand to be on your council. Over to the council. This guy's not that good. Fortunately, he's scared of me. But let's put now my son Judike Orzoku, make him the marshal. We're going to fire that other marshal. Wow. Okay, now we're looking good here. So what can so he's 20. I mean it's huge. And look what he can get. He can get well organized service events and increased military presence events. So let's change my wife's what my wife's doing. So we could boost others or just do a general assist ruler. I think I'm just going to do a general assist now. Okay, so that's like +1 and +2 everywhere. Okay, so that's good. That's good. Okay, this might be a good time to stop. We have made a big plus here. We got our duchy title created. We also got our son to become a vassal, right? And he's an excellent martial skill, so our court is excellent. So this is good. So let's talk about longer term objectives. Like I said, I would like to get all the islands. That'd be kind of cool if the Western Med. So, we're gonna. But first, though, I'm gonna try to get Napoli because they're Orthodox religion over there. Just get a little foothold over there, and then I would like to get Corsica, but Italy is too powerful right now. So we'll just keep that in the back of our pocket. I think Minorca, Ibiza are probably the next ones to go for. But yeah, so we're gonna continue with that. I think it'll be more expansion from going forward and increasing our income. But you know what? This being Iron Man mode, I can only save January 1st. So let's play it out to January 1st of 873. I'm glad I did that because I can see now that he's a vassal, he matters. He's in my court now. Jodike Orosku, my son, who is now my vassal, my only vassal, can marry. And let's take a look at let's see what we can do. So we got a filter here. I want to see what kind of alliances. Yeah, let's filter by only those that have potential alliances. Okay, so those will have little shields here, right? And just kind of looking here. Let's see what it looks like if we also limit it to the potential spouse, is what I'm talking about, to our religion. Bulgarian, Greek. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to have Greek allies, but suspect they're all pretty barony. Baronies are very small. They're smaller than the unit that you're allowed to control. So, okay, let's remove the orthodoxy. So yeah, this one comes with claims. Has claims on the... Oh, this guy. He has claims on Barcelona, Mallorca. Oh, this is a good ally, but what's up with him? He's lustful. Okay. Oh, she's lustful. She is lustful. More likely to have children for my son to have children. She's brave. Yeah. You know what? I think this is a good marriage. We're going to do that. They both gain prestige. And her father, Count Giuffre the Hairy of Urgel, has a similar strength to us. Okay, let's send a proposal. Okay, they got married. We have an alliance. Is that true? Yes, we have an alliance with Count Giuffre the Hairy, and as well as our son, who is also our vassal. All right, and that rounds out the year. We have just hit January 1st, 873. So, yeah, thanks for watching. And next time we will work on expansion, income, and things like that. So, catch you later.